Welcome once again, everyone, to another lesson on the Yalak Emet channel, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon. This is August 18th, 2021, and my lesson today is titled, What's Missing from the New Testament Mark of the Beast? Meaning, what's missing from the Beast 666 prophecy. Now, when you look at this New Testament book of Revelations 666 beast prophecy, where many people are teaching that the New Testament prophesied that everyone will get a mark, I don't see how that makes any sense. It didn't come from a Torah prophet, and the prophet said, you're done with your slavery, you're going to be rescued. So to fit in something else at the end of your slavery just doesn't make sense. But anyone can write their own prophecy and work to complete it. Doesn't mean God said it through the Torah prophets. Now look at Proverbs chapter 3 verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. And hopefully, as we all face these great trying times that are facing us all right now, hopefully we can all learn to understand what Proverbs 3 verse 25 is saying. As we are facing a time now that many are saying is the time of the mark of the beast being implemented. But the scripture says to not be afraid of the desolation of the wicked when they come upon you. Like David said in Psalm 27, when the wicked came to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. They stumbled and fell. So we have to learn to trust in the Most High in spite of how difficult things look around us. So hopefully we are all growing in our trust in the Most High. Now, what's missing from this prophecy of the New Testament book of Revelation's mark of the beast? I want to read some scriptures here as I have you consider this question in this lesson. I'm going to read some scriptures that will paint a picture of the restoration of Israel, while you keep this question in mind about what is missing from the 666 mark of the beast prophecy. Joel chapter 2 verse 19, it's saying a lack of food dilemma will be reversed because Israel has been suffering. They don't have enough food, and so for a lot of their captivity, and so things are really bad. Joel 2 verse 19, Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, Behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. So when the changes happen at the end, the deliverance, you're going to get food. Your lack of food situation is going to be over and done with, and you will be satisfied with the corn and wine and oil. The prophets prophesied about that. Joel 2, same chapter in verse 28, And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. Notice he says, your young men, your old men, and so on. Your sons and your daughters. So everybody all around the world saying they're having these dreams and so on, they might be getting dreams, yeah, but your dreams are going to come from the Most High, not just from simply existing. You're just being alive, so as you're alive, you just have dreams. This means that the Most High is going to give special dreams to his people that no one else can claim to have. They just have their regular dreams. Our dreams are going to set us apart. But this here means that in the end, according to prophecy, in this case from Joel, dynamic visions and dreams will be given to the delivered children of the Most High. Let's run over to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 15. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt which thou knowest upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And so we see in this the same kind of prophetic promise that is being made because for the future, because even though this seems to be talking about some other time, basically he's saying when you return to the Lord and so on, you're living right, the diseases are going to be put upon the ones who hate you and put you in captivity and so on. So again, that's a prophecy for the future. Again, so far, I'm certainly not reading any prophecies of the mark of the beast, because I didn't find them in the Torah. But I'm reading the other prophecies that are there for end times. It's showing a correction will be made for different things, like the correction with your lack of food that was prophesied to be changed because he's going to give you corn and wine and oil. A correction will be made to your visions because we're not getting the dreams and the visions that we want now to hear from the Most High. A correction will be made where our sickness, our health is concerned, because he's going to take it off of us and put those diseases up on the Egyptians, the fake Egyptians, the ones who hate us. Isaiah chapter 35. Running over to the book of Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 4 to 7. This is saying the blinded eyes will see. So this is prophecy again now for the future. The ones who can't see properly are going to see all these mysteries, and the understanding and so on will come to them. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance. So you're wondering now about lockdowns and mandates, how you're going to handle it. But he's saying, do not be afraid of it. Behold your God. So you should rest in knowing that your God will come with vengeance. They're going to trick some of us, but the bulk of us will not be tricked, will not give in. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you, Israel. Some will move out of fear and so on, but your God will come with vengeance. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. That's prophecy there for end time stuff. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out and streams in the desert. So prophecy of the deaf, the blind, the lame, and so on is going to be changing them. So that's not something that's talking about Jesus 2,000 years ago of making lame men walk and so on, and healing the sick and the miracles that couldn't be written in books. But he's saying in the future time, because this whole Jesus New Testament stuff is fake, but in the future of our lives now, 2,000 years after Jesus, in the future of our lives, then these blind, deaf, and lame miracles will happen, where people getting up, walking, seeing, hearing, and so on. Physically, people are going to become well to receive the blessing of the Lord. How are you going to receive the blessing of the Lord if your body is all mangled up and damaged? So, and that's what I can't understand with this 666 DNA maggot kind of stuff. Like, I just don't understand that, right? But he's saying this is going to happen, but you're also going to be hearing in the Spirit and seeing in the Spirit. That's why he mentioned dreams and visions from Joel as well, right? So this is future stuff that's going to happen, because he's correcting the sickness in our bodies, and he's correcting the deafness spiritually, and so on, right? And the sight that we lacked, the blindness that we had spiritually as well. He's correcting all these things. So again, prophecy about the future correction of these matters. Verse 7, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. In the habitation of dragons, where each lay shall be grass with reeds and rushes. So again, even the land will be blessed. A correction will be happening to the land, and things are going to change. It's going to be coming like some Garden of Eden type of situation right there. Run over now to Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 3. For the Lord shall comfort Zion, he will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Again, the changes there, the Edenic kind of blessing is coming upon us. So far, this is showing a kind of different picture to how they're going to just ruin us, wreck us with 666 mark of the beast. The prophets don't seem to be talking to us like we're going to be getting no mark of the beast kind of stuff, mangling up our bodies so that we become some DNA 666 maggot and pestilence walker, like I've said before. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 24. Now it's showing that blocked prayers will be corrected. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Which will be unlike the times we're going through now and have been going through, where we're like the Most High is not hearing us. So this is showing a correction now. Prayers will be answered. The prophets speak of that. So the changes that the prophets in the Torah, before New Testament came along to trick us, is that when the end comes, after you serve your captivity, things will become better. Not that things are going to go downhill and you're getting chipped up with microchip in you and mark of the beast and all that garbage. That's just someone's evil plan who hate us and who hates the world to be putting microchips in people. People are not robots and androids and so on. So the prophets, they don't talk about that because that's not the plan of God for you, but rather for you to be delivered and returned to the land of the Lord, not for you to become a DNA maggot or some amoeba trying to save themselves from splitting, being split by chip and 666. All right, Isaiah 35 verse 9. No lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there. But the redeemed shall walk there. So you're not going to have no serpent from Eden trying to sneak in there again, because no dangerous beast and so on is going to be there, right? It's just showing a newness. There's not going to be any fear there like you're living in fear right now. It's just going to be a new time. Isaiah 65. So problems of wild beasts is going to be corrected as well. Isaiah 65 and verse 25, the wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord. So the wild beasts will not attack us and hurt us and so on, as even the lion and the lamb, the wolf and the lamb and so on will be together, and a child will not even be afraid of them. Look at now Isaiah 11 and verse 8. And the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. Even the serpent will not be interested in hurting the child. So all these wild beasts that we're afraid of and that were attacking us and so on, those things will change because there will be peace between us and the animal kingdom. This is the blessing of the Lord upon Israel, according to the prophets who spoke of what would happen in the end times for us once the Most High delivers us. Back to Isaiah 66, and let's run to verse 21. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord. So even priests he's going to make out of us. So the priesthood set up again. Right? So the priesthood being destroyed and so on, that will be set up once again and corrected. So Jesus coming 2,000 years ago to be great high priest and so on and whatever, dying back then. No. After the priesthood went down in ancient Israel in ancient times before Christ supposedly came on earth in some manger, once the priesthood went down, the next time the priesthood comes up, the Most High said it's going to be after captivity is done and he's restored us. Then, once the priests are set up again, he will take of us, the priesthood, he will take of us to be priests unto him. That's what he said. He never said in the middle of it he's going to send no great high priest, his son, and then kill that priest on Calvary. He never said that. So the New Testament is fake. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 26, moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days, in the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. So he's saying here, the moon will become as bright as the sun, because now they're blocking stuff, right? And whatever atmosphere is doing, whatever pollution and whatever, and things look a little bit dimmer, and you feel a bright day with the sun that looks so bright. You feel, oh, the moon's pretty bright tonight. But he's really saying here, later on in the future, the moon will look much brighter, as bright as the sun. Now, what kind of night is that? And the sun itself will look like it is 7 times as brighter than what you see it looking like today. And that's glory, that is deliverance, and that is a change. So even the blocking of the sun and moon will be ended, will be changed, will be corrected. And you still got to keep in mind the question, what's missing from the New Testament mark of the beast? Something is missing. Because so far, the picture of the prophecies for end times, deliverance, and so on, is not showing anything about mark of the beast like these prophets in the Torah had that on their mind. They never did, because they never wrote about it, never spoke about it, because God never told them that he's going to bring that upon the earth. Mad, wicked people are bringing mark of beast on the earth. So, what's missing then from the New Testament mark of the beast? I'll tell you what's missing from the 666 mark of the beast in the New Testament, from that prophecy. What's missing is not the microchip and not the other plans that go along with it and so on, not the lockdowns and the mandates. What's missing from the New Testament mark of the beast is the Torah prophecy. That is what is missing. What's missing from the New Testament mark of the beast is the Torah prophecy. That is what is missing. And that lets you know the New Testament is fake, because there is no Torah prophecy that is talking about a 666 mark of the beast that is coming. Somebody else wrote that after the Torah was written. And they had no business writing to it. Deuteronomy 4:2, don't add anything else. So whoever added words and call it some new words or new book or New Testament, they love punishment from God. That's a demented person who would do that. So that is exactly what is missing from the New Testament prophecy of the mark of the beast. It is a Torah prophecy that's missing to back it up. There is no Torah prophecy backing it up. And where is the Torah prophecy of the, listen to this now, where is the Torah prophecy? Like how they just told these prophecies of the sun, the moon will change, get brighter. You're going to get food, corn and wine to change your hunger, your lack of food. You're going to become stronger, more healthy. The sickness removed from you and put on the Egyptians and those that hate you. All these different things are going to be changed. The visions, the dreams, that's going to come back. So you're not hearing from God, that's going to change, and so on. And you not getting answered prayers, that's going to change, because before they call, I will hear, I will answer them, and so on. All that stuff is going to change. The prophecies are there to support that. But where is the Torah prophecy? In the Torah now, of the removal of 666 microchips from our bodies after we are delivered. Everything else is prophesied to be changed and corrected, like these different things, the hunger corrected with corn and wine and so on. But where is the prophecy that says the 666 microchip, mangled up DNA bodies will be corrected? That the amoeba split bodies will be corrected of the Israelites and so on. Where is all those prophecies? There's no prophecy of the 666 removal of microchips from our bodies, because the prophets were not expecting that. God did not show them stuff like that. This is a great deception and a lie. Somebody came up with that plan after the fact, and God is not a part of that. He told what he's going to do already. He's going to beat them up and get their butts kicked. They're going to go down and fight with each other, kill off themselves. Floods and fires and judgment of the Lord like that with nature. He's not saying 666. And he talked about lockdown, yes, but somebody's adding a 666 to the lockdowns from Isaiah 10 and 24 and so on. So, when you find the microchip 666 surgery prophets in Torah, please, people, please contact me. I would like to hear about it. Until then, please say in your mind, he is right. The New Testament is fake, because we cannot find any prophet who said that when we get back into the land of Israel, that Israelites will be pulling microchips out of each other. Now, final verse, Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 9. Here's one more thing that will be corrected. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So even a language is going to be corrected. There are many different languages, and they will have a pure language so that they can all call together and be in unity. So even our many tongues will be corrected, and we will have a pure language, one language that we can all speak and call the Most High's language. Israelites call that Hebrew, of course. So you're going to get back that one language. So even the very language that you speak with your mouth is being purified. It will be a pure language. But the microchipped Israelite body will not be unchipped. Chips will not be removed from them when you go back to the land. Where are the prophecies that says we're going to be holding on each other and pulling microchips out of each other to get back the pure, holy, set-apart Israelite body? Where are those prophecies? That is what is missing from the New Testament Revelation's mark of the beast prophecy in the book of Revelations from John. New Testament is fake. Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, Yalak Emet channel. You hear it here like you hear it.